The opening tip won by the Rockets as we're underway in Houston. To P.J. Tucker. Curling inside to Harden. To Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Here's CP3, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Jokic to Millsap. Denver with 4 to shoot. Short jumper stays out. Paul across the timeline. Leads a bucket. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Jamal Murray, guarded by CP3, has a look, and he scores on the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collected.
To P.J. Tucker. Capella, down low. The monster stuff. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Clint Capella tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Murray with the basketball. Down 5. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. To Harden. Fires the 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Nuggets with the basketball. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Denver. Subbing in for the Rockets. Number 35, Kenneth Reed.
Isaiah Thomas against Chris Paul. They get it down to Millsap. Paul with it up top. Up by 3. To Harden. No good. Defense catching a break there.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Shot by Beasley. That's off.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Harden.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there. Now Paul with the basketball. 10-4 is the score. Oh, pass stolen by the Nuggets. couple of cracks.
You used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Nuggets, number 15.
And gets both to drop at the line. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Rivers. Surveys the floor. Curling inside. Malik Beasley pins it. Deep three at the buzzer. Three at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes.
Has a chance. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Harden to Rivers. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. 24-second violation. Monte Morris, defended by Rivers. Barton to Jokic. Can't connect from in close. It's Rockets ball to Harden. Tucker. Screen coming. To Harden. James Harden. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Jokic knocks it down from mid-range. When the ball is up top, it's a 1-point game, 13-12. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Harden. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing here.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Jamal Murray matched up with Paul. Knocked loose. Paul He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Jokic. And now Houston has the basketball, has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
To Millsap. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him. To Will Barton. Slam dunk, Will Barton.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Screen coming. Harden to P.J. Tucker. And he knocks it down.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just made B.J. the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 11, Monte Morris.
Jokic matched up with Capella. Barton against Chris Paul. Shot clock violation.
No basket.
Paul to Harden.
Screen, I got your help.
Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Denver's got it. Nikola Jokic, 3 for 3 in this first half.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. Quarter comes to an end with the Rockets in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Nuggets are in need of some changes at the half. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
First half stats. Player of the half.
James Harden was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it.
Murray into the front court. The deficit is 6. Jokic. To Millsap. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Harden into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Here comes the screen. To Harden. Fires the 3, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Man, not again. Please, don't do him like that.
Murray with it. The margin standing now at 7. To Jokic. Oh, Millsap looking good. 4 for 5.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. He connects with the step back.
Eric Gordon finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing, New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Curling inside. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Going to launch beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it. Knocks down the second free throw. And he hits all 3 free throws. It's Denver's ball. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic. Flushes it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offense.
finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Jamal Murray against Tucker. To Millsap. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harden. To Paul. And the rebound taken down by Jokic. Murray into the front court. Down 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for Houston, number 35, Kenneth Faried.
Fine to have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Defense making the ball carrier work. Ooh, crisp ball. 3 for 6 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Will Barton. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Gordon to the basket, but a shot no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Long heave from 3/4 court. No time left in this quarter. The Rockets with the lead. Strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
To Paul. Has a look. Paul's shot won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Shot from in close, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nuggets have the possession. To Jokic. Oh, Millsap. He's now 5 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
They work it to Capella. Down low. Won't go down. Jamal Murray shakes free and hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Capella.
But in a playoff game, it will.
Clint Capella sends it away. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Millsap. Barton against Gordon. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Harden gets it down to Capella. Rises for the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Murray with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Cruises inside for two.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Jamal Murray matched up with Paul. To Millsap. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark. Harden to Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Chance for Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 4 for 9.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Murray into the front court. His guys down 3. To Jokic. Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It remains Nuggets basketball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Heat check needed. When Will Barton gets going, look out.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
The screen sets him up for 2.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to see.
Harris here against P.J. Tucker. It's James Harden once again. Layup goes down. Well done. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Paul into the front court. Leads a bucket. Tucker, Rockets with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one. Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver. Barring a 4-point play, this is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this. Jokic. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Missed a wide-open look. And now they'll wrap him up with the intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 16 seconds left.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Nikola Jokic sizing up Eric Gordon. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. 3 at the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got the win in a close game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Nuggets just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
James Harden could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was called
player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.